Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, and we are live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device moments before the markets open. Actually, they're open right now, but it takes about 2 minutes to propagate over on Kitco's site. So we're going to answer just a few comments before we get there, but welcome one and all. Glad you're here. Neo Matrix Killer says, Fort Knox is empty. Well, there's another member of this community who strongly disagrees with you about that. We're going to get to that comment later, but I can understand why you feel that way. So let's see here. We've got the Ninja from a couple of days ago. Wanted to answer this one in a live stream too, because I think this is an important comment. He says, Sal, do you have a method of wiping off sticker residue off a silver coin? I got my order from Atmex, and my Tudor Dragon has, by the looks of it, a sticker residue and some black ink on the dragon side. Was thinking distilled water in a microfiber cloth, but I don't want to scratch it since the dragons got pretty hard to find. Do you have any ideas what would best address that? Yes. And number one, I'm sorry that happened to you. That should not have happened to you. Atmex should have never sent something with residue on it, sticker residue especially, or black ink. So what you do is you get soap and water, and hot soap and water, very hot soap and water, maybe almost boiling. Let it soak in there for a while. Then take your fingers and rub it out with your fingers. Do not use any microfiber cloth. That will scratch it. In fact, it's really not a good idea to use your fingers too, but you want to let it soak a little bit. Just lightly rub it to get that residue out to try to preserve the integrity of the design of the coin. Good question, and good to see all of you guys. Glad you're here with us tonight. Good to see all of you all. There's a good crowd here, so I won't be able to say hello to everybody by name, but just know I appreciate each and every one of you for being here as the markets have opened, and they are, look at this. Well, I know it's a little disappointing. This is the life of a silver stacker. It figures all the other metals are up and silver is down just slightly, but that is kind of the way it is going. But yes, it is. Silver is down 4 cents tonight to $32.19. Gold though is up to $3, up $3.90 to $2,887. There it is. It is quite something indeed. Gold is it's under $2,900 again from the dip that we saw on Friday, but nonetheless, many people feel that $3,000 is just around the corner. So there it is. All right, let's see here. Good to see you guys. My Queen's Beast came with milk spots on. Oh, don't you hate that? I know, I hear you. And Dean R is here. I got to say his name. I would not be socially conscious if I didn't say Dean R's name, so I must say it, Dean R. There we go. CCT is here too. Good to see you guys. John Knox, appreciate you guys being here. Silver Shelby Stacker is here too. I'm going to get to you guys here. But let's see. So there's where the markets are now. Silver now down 6 cents. Platinum up $1. And I haven't even had a slurp of coffee yet. And gold is up $4. Wow, crazy. The gold to silver ratio widening slightly here. Now above 90 to 1. But do not lose heart, silver stackers. I think we're going to be okay with silver. Even if it doesn't keep up with gold. Gold is in a very weird place right now, and there's a lot of it's being propped up by central banks holding it. So, but you know what? Many nations are thinking about having a strategic stockpile of silver in some way, shape, or form, which may affect the silver market. Yes, indeed. Good to see you guys. Kerry Tarrant is here. Thank you. Rocky Superstar is here too. Check out his channel. Yes, I do, Tridell. That was one of the prized platinum coins I was able to get. The Queen's Beast completer in platinum. Yes, indeed. Duke Nukem is here. I'm going to take a slurp of coffee. And I'm glad Duke Nukem is here. Stick around. We got a comment from him we're going to address. Holy she is here. Welcome. Good to see you. All right, very good, guys. We're going to get back here in a moment. Silver may have a good day. After all, it's now down only 2 cents. So let's get back over here. We've got Mark Poplin says, Sal, I just bought the last 2 JM Bullion Salivate Metal rounds. It's time that you make some more, sir. I need some more. There is some controversy, at least not in your mind, but in my mind, as to what happened to the Salivate Metal rounds. There was about 100 and some left, about 120 left, or somewhere thereabouts. Then all of a sudden it went down to like 30. somebody bought a whole bunch of them. I have no idea who, but it was crazy. I don't know what JM Bullion did with them. They may have just, I don't know what happened, but they and now they're gone. So I don't know what happened there, but anyways, there are some left over at APMEX, but they're very expensive. We're trying to get Summit Metals to get some, but we're working through that to get them over at Summit Metals, so stay tuned. Very good, but I don't know what happened to probably well over 100 of them. Just disappeared. It's crazy. I can't believe somebody would have bought 100 of those. But anyways, J.C. Owens says here, the whole system was meant to be a hoodoo scam from the beginning. With that, the Great Reset is here and now preparing for the shift to the new global system, which will be digital with zero ownership and privacy. That's what Trump's push for the Club of Rome's North American Union, digital ID, AI data centers, etc., all about it. It's a precursor to the globalist dystopia. Well, I hope you're wrong. I know his Stargate initiative, one might think that could lead to it. Anything digital that anybody pursues, there is a threat and fear of that happening, but he says no CBDC, so we shall see there. Yes, that could have been the case, Duke Newman. APMEX very well could have bought them. And well, that's good thinking, maybe for sure. JP Morgan Chase bought them all. You never know. New design soon. There's not right now because the Salivate Metal rounds have not sold. I might think about it, maybe doing a new round, but we'll see. But yes, all right, let's see. All right, we've got Redneck's Coins says here, only tariffs I worry about, Sal, is my food for me and my family. That's all. Funny is still JP Morgan bringing in the gold home, but please go ahead and make all my silver and gold more expensive. Fine with that. There you go. Yes, indeed. Very true. All right. And let's see here. One of many says, I think the gold is long gone and Fort Knox is a Biden fairy tale. All right. Well, we shall see. We shall see. But thank you for your comment. And this says that, what happened here? Did I thought I replied to that anyways. Sure I did. Oh, there it is. All right, very good. Okay, Scott Griffin says, Elon and Trump will audit the U.S. gold supply. It will be a part of their strategic reserve. We shall see. And a lot of people, especially after what Elon has posted, there's a chance of it. Stay tuned. I'm keeping a close eye on that. Let's face it, Fort Knox is empty. Clinton's sold it all to China. I think he meant to China, say to China. There is no evidence of that, but I know how people minds work and they think that it could be the case. But let's do a few more and we'll look at the markets again here. Let's see here. Mike Kemper says, Hussein looted Fort Knox his last term. Plane flew loads of DC-130s filled with bullion pallets of cash. Short memories. Problem with Citizen. Yeah, there's a lot of theories out there as to what happened here. Okay, here's the markets again. Activity is happening. Silver's now down again, down 5 cents now to $32.18. Gold is up $6.50, an ounce to $2,889.60. Platinum up 3, palladium up 6, getting closer to $1,000 each, but just below that. Coffee tastes extra good tonight. Glad you guys are here. Oh yeah. Tom Larson is here with us tonight. Good to see the Van Man. Michael Phillip is here. Good to see you guys. All right. And so there's where the markets are now. Silver's the only metal that's down. Crazy. All right. Let's get back to some of these comments. We've got Doug Kookie Kendall. Or Koo Kendall. Let me get over to this. Make this applicable here. As we peruse our way through these markets. Very interesting what's happening here and what could happen with these market watches. You never know, especially the gold and silver market is so volatile right now. It's crazy, and it's mostly volatile to the upside. So Doug says, yeah, right, I believe all the gold is still there, just like I believe the government, the Tooth Fairy, and Peter Pan. The only gold in Fort Knox, Denver, and D.C. would possibly be gold leased from the U.K. to show that the gold is there. It's a cover-up, another lie, a cover-up. People are so convinced that there's no gold in Fort Knox. I tell you what, folks, I'd be willing to bet you money that there's gold in Fort Knox. Yes, I actually believe the government on that. I believe the government, and I think Ron Paul does too. It's just that who owns it and what have you, it needs to be audited. for sure. And but I think that probably the gold is ours. It's there. It is a part of the Treasury reserves. But anyways, but all right. Let's see here. Buck and Bass says here, on a side note, someone needs to make a precise metal verifier that's accurate and inexpensive to own. This would make the merchants and others more comfortable about their transactions. Yes, well, there's two ways to be able to test silver, at least. The Cyber Curtain Twitcher Silver Slide, which is sold worldwide. It's the most widely distributed community item from the precious metals community of anywhere, any sort. From the member of the community, hand-built, the Cyber Curtain Twitcher Silver Slide, testing Silver Slide. And they're a bargain compared to the expensive testers out there. And the other one is the Pocket Pinger, which I have a link in this. It's a referral link in each of my videos and live streams if you want to get that for a ping test. But I think it's good to actually have both of those items would be good for sure. All right, very good. Thank you, Rocky. Appreciate you. Yeah, all right, let's see here. Now, TH says here, it's really there then. Clintons are good folk. Big Mike is female. Anna Nicole married for love. All right, there we go. Anna Nicole Smith. I remember that. That guy was pretty old that she married. Good grief. He had to be at least 5 years older than her. Let's see here. All right. Perry Gilbert says, the reason why there has never been an audit of the U.S. gold. I wonder why that is. Yeah, all right. I hear you. Ron Paul is a treasurer. And Jenny Lee says, the only thing that can save the U.S. economy is gold. In the end, that's the ultimate thing to protect us, for sure. You're right. The only thing that can ruin completely America is if there's no more gold. So if there's an audit and there's no more gold, are they going to tell you the truth? I don't think so. Yes, that's why a lot of people feel the gold is not there, because they're not doing a transparent audit. All right. Let's see here. But again, I understand why people are skeptical about the gold reserves, but what I don't understand is they're so sure that the gold's not there. But, it's crazy. Anyways, so my kin is a grandmaster. Gold is a good investment as long as you are buying smart. Yes. And it can be an investment, but I look at it as a hedge for sure. Coincidentally, 12 silver slides are on the way to New York. All right. Very good. Man. So we have, talk about coincidence. We've got a lot of this gold coming out of the Bank of England and the LBMA vaults into the United States. And we got 12 CCT silver slides on the way too. Maybe it's to avoid tariffs. I don't know what the deal is, but that's crazy. All right. It's all rhodium in the vaults now, says FIL. Very good. All right, let's see here. Let's do one more, then we'll look at the markets again. This is what we like to do. If you are new here, I appreciate you joining us. We do this every Sunday night. We not only look at the markets, but we answer your comments as well here, and we have a little fun too, and I appreciate you guys joining me here. So JM says, first, the gold is not in Fort Knox unless you are saying the 1.1 million tungsten bars plated with gold that Clinton put into Fort Knox. If USA had the gold, then why didn't the USA give Germany their gold? Rehypothecation. I know there was a big scandal that was happening for a while. Next, we are not on a gold standard, but a petrodollar standard that was created in the 70s by Henry Kissinger. That's exactly right, or it was right. The petrodollar standard is pretty much dead now. It's dead in the water. The dollar pretty much has become the hegemony currency, and it's not really reliant as much on oil anymore. But anyways, all right, very good. But thank you for your comment. One son says, Judas betrayed him and was paid in silver, not gold. That's true. About 15 ounces of silver, by the way. Jasper Silver, people on this channel buy either metal now or you'll be in trouble. Well, I actually disagree with that. You should not buy now or you'll be in trouble. I think it's a good idea to buy precious metals as a way to diversify your portfolio to protect against the insanity that is the economy and the markets and everything like that. But it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be in trouble. And I would not buy with that kind of urgency. You do not want to buy out of fear. I think you should buy steadily and at your own pace, but not for threat of being in trouble. And I do think that people that have precious metals are going to be better off than those that don't. But I would never encourage people to buy with that motivation, but I can understand why people feel that way. But we do not want to buy out of fear. Edward Kohler says, I think during the Clinton administration, Robert Rubin based all the gold out of Fort Knox to his cronies. Well, I've heard so many people say that, but I've not seen any evidence of it. No evidence of it. But anyways, yeah, it's crazy what people hear. Michael K., if Doge really wants to do its job, they should make this priority number one. Yeah, well, there's so much going on. Just the fact that they're even giving it some attention is pretty amazing. I mean, Elon Musk just talked about it too, asked sort of a sarcastic question about it. But anyways, regardless of that, let's take a look at the markets again, shall we? Look at this. Silver. There's hope for silver yet tonight. Silver is up slightly. Hello, Snake Bite. Good to see you. Lessa Anderson is here. Good to see you guys. Tony McCausland is here. A lot of good folks with us tonight. Big Test Unit is here. Appreciate all of you being here with us tonight. So gold is up $8.50 now. It's less than $9 shy of $2,900 yet again. We could see $2,900 gold tonight. So stay tuned. Stick around. We'll see. Silver is up slightly. It's up 1 shiny red cent right now to $32.23. I did make a purchase today of both gold and silver. Very, very tiny gold, but I did make a purchase today. And you want to guess where I made my purchase from? You guessed it. Summit Metals, channel sponsor. That's right. Yes, indeed. But I did not feel compelled or pressured to buy from there. But they have something that I really wanted to get. And in fact, I'm going to show you what I got, or what I ordered. It's this freaking 10 ounce, where is it here? View all. Here we go. View all silver products. I got me this Vortex 10 ounce bar. Where is it? Did they sell out of it? Oh man, I hope they didn't sell. Okay, here it is. 10 ounce Vortex silver bar. Why did I get this bar? I like the design, and it is a little thicker. I don't have, let me see. They usually have multiple pictures of this, but it is a thicker bar too. And you know me, I'm down with the thickness, so that's why I did that. But anyways, so Summit Metals, if you want to look for, they don't have the widest selection. They mostly get stackable stuff, stuff for lower premium stuff. But if you're new, they do have a spot deal. If you the starter pack here, if you use the code new customer for these 5 ounces of silver there. So there it is. Very good. All right. If you're a new customer. All right. Let's see here. Tom Larson bought it last week. What do you think about it? Do you like that? That's cool. Yeah, it's pretty well designed. Trump killed my dream of making the women's Olympic team. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Michael Phillip. My apologies. I'll have to have a talk with him. Same size as a stacker. Cool. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I'm anxious to see what it looks like in hand. Nice. All right, they make some good products. Bill 457 is here. Thank you, Johnny B is here. Ibgy is here, and Craig Rhodes says Sal likes cushion. The more cushion, the better the pushing. Right? I like that. Yes, indeed. All right, let's get to this comment here. All right, Duke Nukeman sets us straight. And now I don't know if I'm in this extreme. I do have sympathy for people who don't believe it's there. But I don't think a little less for those who are absolutely sure it's not there. But he says he wants me to put my 2 ounces worth of this matter. I think the conspiracy theorists who claim there's no gold at Fort Knox are gullible idiots who believe there's just about anything they hear, and that such audits for something that's been untouched for years is a waste of time and energy. But if that's what it takes to silence these crazy conspiracy theorists, then I say let's do it. Well, I do think there should be something as important as this that has been untouched for years needs to have at least a semi-frequent transparent audit. There's audits every year of the reserves in Fort Knox and our official gold holdings, but they're not transparent, and some people feel that they're not really fair, or they're just not transparent. There needs to be some transparency without actually sacrificing security measures, but nonetheless. And anyways, but if that's what it takes to silence these crazy conspiracy theorists, and I say let's do it. Let's have an audit. That's right. I agree with you on that. We've gone from an informative age to the age of misinformation, and it needs to stop. And that is part of the problem. There's so much data and information out there, and rumors spread like wildfire, just like the 500 ounces of silver in a Tomahawk cruise missile. I've not seen any evidence to show that there's 500 ounces of silver in a cruise missile. I did a story about from multiple different sources that said that the Russian gold reserves has fallen by half, or close to half. It did not happen. Even the story from which it was done was very sloppily written, and they got confused or something. I don't know what happened there, but they got confused. But it spread, and I was a part of spreading it because of what I thought I had read, and which had omitted out important information. So it's crazy. The kilos from Scottsdale are fire. Yes, indeed, they're good stuff. Scottsdale makes some great stuff for sure. And so it's crazy. And yeah, Derek Clark, who decides who to censor with misinformation? Well, I don't think there should be any censorship. We need to be critical thinkers. We need to make sure that the information we're getting does not just follow confirmation bias. And I think I let that get to me on the Russian gold thing as well. Although I will say that even if I didn't, I certainly it was easy to get fooled by it, even if you didn't, even if you read the original article. So yeah, it turned out to be. But the thing is, the propaganda came from the source. Yeah, I don't know the original source. I don't know what their motivation is, but you got to watch out for propaganda. That's exactly right. Sign up, and for sure. All right. All right, as long as you admit your mistake, you're one of the good. Well, thank you. Yes, and I try my best. You know, if I get it wrong, I want to correct the record. But anyways, lies spread like wildfire, and truth takes time to thaw and reveal itself. That's right, exactly. And the truth has no agenda. We have to remember that for sure. All right. Let's see. It runs for Shore Channel. Season events. I can't. It just won't let me post this. Whenever there's a box there, it won't let me do that. Oh, it says it did reply. Okay, very good. I'm convinced behind FDR grabbing gold and silver, Vincent Astor was pulling his strings. Astors have been allied with their English royal family. Trump is also, and he ran with Brooke Astor, a Rockefeller University trustee. He went down in flames at age 105. Wow. Interesting. Kookaburra Man is here. He thinks there's gold in Fort Knox. It does not belong to the people, but special interest groups that run the country. It's the truth, whether you like it or not. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, you and I can't go in there and pick up our share, right? I guess they're custodians of it on behalf of the people, or so they say. All right, the album is mastered. Way to go. Will be released on the 19th. Interviewed on KBMR on the same night, 5 o'clock, California. Congratulations, F-37 Metal. That's awesome. Congratulations on recording your album. It's awesome. That's great. Ah, yeah. Very good. Let's see here. As we peruse our way through, a few more of these comments, and we'll get back to the markets again. Appreciate all of you all being here with me tonight as we go on. Here we've got this, the Rumble Wagon. It says here. Let's get to this. Let me get over here to this. He says, I see all the arguments to own the precious metals, but that opens another conundrum of how a person holds it. It seems it would open you up to the possibility of being raided, robbed, killed. Stash in a safe. If criminals are desperate enough, they'll find a way. Stash in a safe deposit box. If collapses bad enough, who's your trusted bank won't hold off with it. That's exactly right. You got to be very smart about holding it. In fact, I would encourage you, if you have the ability, to spread your stack around to different locations physically within your ability to do so. That's what I've done. It's not in my location. That removes you from being a target. But then there's counterparty risk. But the counterparty risk is with folks that I totally trust outside of the system in general. But nonetheless, if you have to hold it in your home, make sure it's well protected. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. The wise words of Gandalf. And so you do that, and then people don't know that it's there, then you're good. But even as so, have surveillance, security all around, and be well armed and ready to use your arms if someone enters your homes unannounced. And you don't know them, and they enter in, you must assume the worst and take action to that effect. And that is so paramount and crucial. Your home is your castle. And the castle doctrine is the who cares? It's laws. Some laws recognize that, but in the end, it boils down to life or death. And you assume the worst if somebody breaks in unannounced, especially knowing that they're going to be coming across. I know because I was a victim in the past, and so I've taken great measures to secure the most valuable thing, which is our lives. And if somebody's going to come in and steal something from you, they're going to take the risk to be able to do that, and you're there. Well, if they're not going to let you get in the way, you have to assume that would be the case. And this is not the movies, folks. And so, yes, very, very important to be secure. And anyways, all right, see. A. Dobbin says, you do realize that if there's no gold in Fort Knox or any other bullion reserves, that the government will just confiscate your gold and make it a criminal offense to buy gold. The same FDR did back in 1933. Well, even if they had gold in Fort Knox, they may elect to have some sort of buyback program or something put into place like that. But I don't know that we'll see that happen in that manner again. But you never know. All right. Let's see here. And Ben Graham says, who owns it? 1,000 different people own the same ounce of gold. Each of them have a certificate of proof that they own it. Yes. Well, there's paper assets and the disclaimers you have to when you buy that. But as far as the gold in Fort Knox, it's not supposed to be a part of that system. It's not supposed to be. All right, let's see here. Let's take a look at the market, shall we? Okay, we had silver being up 1 cent. Now it is down. It is down 7 cents now to $32.16, and now gold is only up 60 cents tonight. All right. Which means that I lost out on my silver purchase in terms of, yes, but that's all right. So there it is. Gold up 60 cents. Platinum is up $3. Palladium is up $6. So there it is. There's where the markets are moving now tonight. Very interesting. We're going to be watching things unfold as we get closer to the end of this month when tariffs could be put into place in Mexico and Canada. And we're going to see what happens if there's any more activity from the London markets and from England, from the gold and silver. Silver's coming in from London as well too, and of course we know what's going on. I'm a reporter on what's happening in Korea right now, so it'll be very interesting to see how it plays out. So Dean R says, I loaded up my truck with gold when I was stationed in Fort Knox in the 80s. Only took a ton, though, so should be plenty left. There you go. What's a ton out of 8,133 tons? So it was 8,134 tons, and then the audit came, and so Dean only got away with a ton. All right. Safest way to keep your riches is to keep your mouth shut. What you have, the richest man I ever knew in my life, walked around like a bum. That's right. That's smart. Exactly right. Very true. Very true. High Rock Silver is here. Good to see all of you guys. Glad you're with us tonight. Appreciate you being here. And let's get over here to more activity with more comments. See what folks are saying from this video about Ron Paul and what he said in a recent interview, which is quite revealing for sure as to what he thinks should happen here with Fort Knox, an actual audit. Yes, indeed. No one believes there's any gold in Fort Knox. Well, I'm raising my hand, Golden Eagles. I believe there's gold in Fort Knox. Unless an audit happens and proves it's there, then it doesn't exist. Well, I understand your feelings on it, but I certainly think that it's there. But I'm taking the words of the former Mint director Edmund C. Moy, and even the former Treasury Secretary who took a photocopy of a photo of where he and Mitch McConnell was in the vaults. But anyways, very good. All right, let's see here. Michael Bolton's receding hairline. I should raid Richard Christie's storage unit. He's long gone from there now. Jobby coins and stamps. Explore, not just a hedge against inflation, but a safe haven. Exactly right. Yep, it's a safe haven. Indeed it is. L.A. Street Preacher. You can't keep a good thing down. Or me either. Remember the truth. Silver is destined to reach $50, $100, possibly $400 per ounce by 2028. Well, I wouldn't necessarily go there either. Case in point, look at silver right now. Now it's down 18 cents. Wow, silver's taking a pretty big hit right now, but gold is slightly too. You see how gold is not, it's more resilient. It really has been for the history of the markets, but more so even now. It's crazy. Well, look at this. Our first act of kindness tonight from Rocky Superstar. Rocky Superstar just gifted 10 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Thank you so much, Rocky. Boom. If you receive one of those, give him a warm thank you. All right. Yes, indeed. Yes, there's a picture of Mitch McConnell by the gold reserves. Yes, from 2017. Let's see here. Let's see. Very good. Thank you so much, Rocky Superstar. Rocky Superstar's got a great channel. He talks about a lot of current events on his channel as well as the precious metals markets, and I think he does a live stream after I'm done as well here on Sunday night. So check out Rocky Superstar. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. The first one with a channel gift membership tonight. Thank you, my friend. Oh yeah. We're rocking and rolling. Now look at this. Now gold is up 80 cents now, and silver is now down 15 cents. So we can see it's kind of up and down, up a little bit of ways here. It's going crazy here. All right, we'll get back to that in a moment. D. Watson, if the government doesn't own the gold, then someone owns a bunch of back rent on the storage unit. That's true. Won't let me respond to that. Let's see here. PC Trash Talk says here, the Bank for International Settlements, the Bank of Banks, made gold Tier 1 asset in 2019 Basel III framework, and other tier assets as U.S. dollar. Do you trust the form of the U.S. dollar with its hundreds of years of history, especially since Nixon took it off the gold standards, or trust gold with 5,000 years of global recognition? Yes, gold for sure. And that's exactly right. Mitch was stealing gold bars, maybe so. Who knows? Oh my goodness gracious. All right. I don't know why they couldn't have been in color. Why were they photocopies? That leaves a lot of questions there. But anyways, is one piece of gold stacking? I would say if you stack it with silver, if you have a silver coin and a 1 ounce gold coin or a whatever gold coin, and you stack it, then yes. Stacking always requires two of one thing or two of different things. But anyways, all right. Kookaburra Man, Fort Knox has 109,000 acres under its belt. What else are they hiding there? Wow. Yeah, good question. That's a lot of acreages for sure. Stacking Benjamins is here. Good to see you. All right. Yes. Stacking Benjamin's got another channel gift membership there. Very cool. I think that shows that the channel gift memberships will go back to previous holders of that were channel gift members before. By the way, I want to send out an official greeting to 79 is here. I recognize her as a living, breathing entity. Yes, indeed. That has probably worn a thong at one point or another in her life, is my guess. But I could be wrong on that. But I'm going to venture that guess. We don't have an audit or a report that can verify such activity. But I'm going to go ahead and make that jump and call right here on this live stream. And we've got this from Illegal Product. Says, a while ago I purchased a couple of apartments in Spain. Oh, interesting. Okay, so he's in real estate. Illegal. That's cool. I thought he was from Albania. That were not finished. 2 years later, when the project was finished, I discovered that my apartments were also sold to 4 other parties. I wonder if Fort Knox is in a similar situation. Whoa, that's crazy. You want to talk about a paper market? That's crazy. YouTube is starting to get of my neck. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but anyways. Let's see here. Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, let's see here. Where are we going here? And we've got Peter Ventura says, how can you say that the USA has gold in Fort Knox and no audit in 70-odd years? First of all, the USA needs a public audit, and then we can continue a nationwide TV revelation. Well, really, it's basically other photos that were taken in 1974, and also the the visit that we saw from previous Mint directors like Ed Moy and the Treasury Secretary. That's all I got to believe that it's there. But anyways, Becky Riley. Whoa, Becky Riley, thank you so much. We're going to pin her comment. Becky Riley is first time tuning in and subscribe. Thank you so much. Everybody give Becky Riley a warm welcome. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate that so much. All right. Giving me some space after that. Oh, that's great, Rocky. That's good. I'm glad to hear. So welcome to Becky Riley. We always appreciate new subscribers joining us, and also reoccurring visitors like Silver Wolverine is here. Good to see Silver Wolverine. And Lessa Anderson had YouTube kicker out. I'm sorry, Lessa, but welcome back. Glad you're here. We love Lessa Anderson, and so good to see you. Appreciate new folks popping in and join us. We have a lot of fun here on the live streams, and I'm glad you're a part of it. I hope you don't get easily offended. Sometimes it's a little crash crew joking from time to time. Just bear with us here. We like to have a little bit of fun. Cyber Curtain Twitcher, here's a gold bar and a slurp for this algorithm. Always appreciated from Cyber Curtain Twitcher, the one and the only. And Danny Don's Life says, hopefully the truth will prevail. Then we can move on with what is known and continue to stack. Yes, indeed. Well, regardless of whether the United States have gold, we own gold, and that is the most important thing. We can be our own central bank. Now, look at this. The markets are moving in a southerly direction right now, so to speak. Gold is now down $3.10, down 0.11%. Silver is down over 0.6% right now, down 19 cents at $32.03. A continued move to the downside. Yes, indeed. There it is. Trent Schaefer is here. That's right. Hawaii Silver is here. Silver is always down, even when it's up. He's a downer on silver, Hawaii Silver is. At least he didn't say that it was a homosexual this time. He did not say that. So I applaud Hawaii Silver. He did not call it any kind of a slur. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, very good. Floating Fire, good to see you. Oh, yeah. Platinum and Palladium are still enjoying a little bit of gains here tonight. All right, let's see here. Let's move ahead here. We've got the Lulu Lucky Stacker. Got my first 10th ounce with Black Friday specials. Was totally disappointed with its size. Yep, they're very tiny. I would be happy to offer double face value for government-owned coins. Would be a win-win as they would double their book value. There you go. Yes, indeed. Yeah, the 10th ounce gold coins, they're very, very small for sure. Let's see here. Welcome. Glad you guys are here. We got Silver Drill Pickle is here. Eyes That See is here. Timothy is here with us as well. And let's see here. When someone asks for the spot price, do you say the bid or ask? Always the ask. The ask is what you use for purchasing. That's the basis from purchasing. The bid is what you get when you sell back. Usually there's a dime's worth of difference for silver and a dollar's worth of difference for gold, somewhere thereabouts. We'll look at it again. It can spread if there's volatility in the markets. Hello, John Hukulak. With those irritated IRS agents, IRS getting audited, are the same people all right with people getting watched for $600 activity? Yes. Yeah, they're getting crazy with that, and so they need to be audited. I'm fine with the IRS getting audited for sure. Chad Wolf is here. Appreciate all of you all joining us here tonight. And thank you, the Hawk Shop and Sporting Center. Appreciate you being here. Let's look at a few more comments here. We're going to get, maybe we'll come back to that one and try to, I'm going to send you some cotton gloves. All right. Don't need it. If I'm real careful handling, I'm fine. But maybe one of these days I'll get some gloves because I don't have the most attractive hands. I understand that. Let's see here. Christopher Perks here. But before we get to that, let's see here. Now, let's see here. Freedom Stacker. It's been a long time since we've seen Freedom Stacker. Good to see you, Freedom Stacker. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So, Christopher Perk says, or Ferk, don't really know if we have the gold. With all the corruption being discovered by Doge without an audit, it may not be there. If the gold is there, don't care what the paper claims are on it. The citizens should own it. Not fraudulent claims. That's exactly right. There you go. All right. Let's see here. Very good. Yeah. Let's see here. Kauai coffee. Nice. A Hawaiian coffee there. That's great. Sounds good. Bellows Forge is with us tonight as well. Appreciate all of you all joining here, having a good time on this Market Watch this Sunday night. J.B. Wang, the definition of real money in Black's Law Dictionary is gold. Yeah, all right, there you go. The soundest of the sound money out there for sure. DPH1MM says this. Gold is the money of kings, silver is the money of gentlemen, barter the money of people, and debt the money of slaves. I pay with all four, so I'm not sure what all that makes me. I hear you. I understand that for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. Let's see here. Okay. Let's get to the next comment, then we'll take a look at the markets after this comment. John Roberts. Let me get over here. John Roberts says, nations that hold gold for war, it's money that nobody turns down. Silver is everyday money, but gold's a real star of the show. Nations hold gold in their vaults for sure as the ultimate store of value. It is a more stable store of value, no question about that. Silver's volatility. A lot of people think it should be much higher considering the wide gold to silver ratio, but we will see what happens with silver. And I think there's some potential there. I do think it's undervalued. I think we're going to see good things with silver, but I'm not saying it's going to go to $40 or $50 an ounce this year. But we could see those numbers maybe the next 5 years. But we'll see here. David Franklin, gold in Fort Knox and West Point. The Army, not the Fed, for Treasury has the gold. Well, the Treasury owns it. The Army guards it. But like if you hired a security guard to guard your home, do they own your home? No, I guess, but anyways. All right, let's see. Look at the markets again. We've got gold down $2.50 right now. Down slightly. And silver is down 15 cents. So both metals are slightly depressed tonight, down slightly. But hey, it's where the cookie crumbles. Could this be more profit-taking on the high prices and silver's being affected by especially gold, in the selling there? But yeah, I don't know. I tell you what, though, there was a time when I said, well, hey, anything above $30 is good news. We're starting to feel. I think most of us are starting to feel like we're probably not going to see any below $30 anytime soon. But I could be wrong there too. But I'm feeling pretty good that we're going to stay above $30 this year, even through. But hey, you never know what could happen. You never know. All right. A few years, hit my milestone. Let the wife put my last 7 Asahi buffs in the monster box. Nice. Congratulations. Congratulations for hitting your milestone, stacking Benjamins. All right. All right. Now silver's down 16 cents. Gold down $1.50. Let's get back to some of these comments. We got Stephen Higby. Stephen Higby in this video about what Ron Paul said about gold. I'm pretty sure it's still there. There's 2 things that the government will never give up. It's our gold and nuclear program. Yes, that's true. I tend to agree with you on that. I think we've got it. But it would be nice to have it audited so that we know for sure. Mudvayne is here. Good to see you, Mud. All right. Very good. Let's see here. We'll get to that one again. We'll refresh that. Michael Anglo-Baryon says here, do you think all 50 states will eventually have Goldbacks? I don't know. I really don't know. I guess it's possible in due course. But I think in order for them to do that, how they choose the states, they have to be, I think probably it's one of those things where I think the states can't have taxes on them. And there has to be a fair number of businesses that will recognize gold, that will take gold and silver as payment, or that will take Goldbacks. Craig Rhodes, it's nice to see a state be proactive and protect its population so it can function and carry on business. Exactly right. I agree with that. All right, and here is for over here, rehypothecation. Who owns it? If you don't hold it, you don't own it. Really. Exactly right. True that. All right, ham radio frequencies on the Ron Paul video here says, we don't have the gold we claim to have. We're in the process of buying gold lent to Europe, and they are now in a shortage. That's why the $2,900 price. We need the physical to pass the audit. They will revalue gold to $4,500 to $4,500 The revaluation will help save our economy. All right. Well, I think you're making a premise or an assumption that we don't have the gold in Fort Knox. I think we do. But anyways, all right. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Let's do this from Mike Rivendale on this video about the Korean gold and silver market collapse. Says your terminology is wrong. The market for precious metals did not collapse in Korea. It's just a simple example of a government trying to control precious metal sales. This may be the beginning of a worldwide surge in precious metal prices that many see as inevitable. Well, my terminology is right. If they have stopped selling gold and silver bars, and there's no more of that market where it's completely stopped, and that's the majority of the bullion market, it has collapsed. It may just be temporarily, but it has collapsed. Whether the government has tried to control metal sales by stopping the sales, it's collapsed the sales and prohibited sales. That's a collapse of the market, not of the businesses that sell those things, but indeed it is a collapse. All right. Zardal says, comment, thank you so much for the algorithm. Appreciate that, Zardal. Hopefully you'll join us tonight. All right. We've got Supercraps6110 says this. Smaller players get squeezed first like Korea. We will see this a year before June that the bigger players, the U.S. and England, get squeezed too. We're already witnessing the squeeze with the mega gold transfer from the LBMA to the Fed in New York. Trade your paper for gold and silver when you can. Yep, as your budget allows. Although I don't know that I don't know that the gold is being sent to the Fed in New York, though. It may, I don't know. I think some of it's going to other vaults, but I don't know. It could be. We'll see what happens. It very well could be going there. Maybe it's going to go there first. But anyways, let's see here. All right. All right, let's see here. I'll get that one again here. John Council says here to this, you cannot make the assertion that we have an ounce of the 8,100 ton salivate, or is it totally owned by us if it is? Unless you're privy to something that everyone else is not. You can at most hope it is, and it is in fact ours. You don't avoid an audit for decades for no reason at all. Well, it's audited every year, but nonetheless, the audit has got to be transparent. And I'm not making the assertion that I'm absolutely confident it's there. I believe it is. I believe it is. However, I'm not totally confident. I don't think I even said that in the video. I just said that I believe it is there, but I do think an audit needs to happen. All right. Let's see here. Kenneth Price, do as they do, not as they say. That's right. And central banks around the world are accumulating gold, and I think it's a good idea for us as well. And let's see here. Strained silverware. Traditionally in the UK, a ton or a long ton is different from a US ton. It's 2,240 tons. That's right. Metric ton is the actual unit from which gold is measured in central banks. Rick Baruch Droots, 2038, that makes the 13th state. Well, not to recognize it as legal tender. It doesn't. That's not. There's only 4 or 5 states that do that. Steve Lapointe is here. Good to see you. Let's take a look at the markets again now. All right, gold and silver are both down. Gold slightly down 40 cents right now to $2,882.70 for gold. Silver's down 11 cents now to $32.11. So there it is. Platinum and palladium are both up a couple of dollars each. There they are. Wow. Crazy, crazy. Tony Erickson is with us tonight. Good to see you, Tony. Welcome, my friend. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's get back to some of these comments. We've got the Oracle of Specie. I love that. That's a cool name. The Oracle of Specie chimes in with this. If our sovereign wealth fund comes to fruition, we'll finally get an accounting. Thank you, Secretary Treasury Besant. Yes, indeed. Secretary of the Treasury Besant. Duke Nukem, maybe the markets need the coffee more than we do. I think so. Yes, indeed. They need an espresso shot to pump up a little bit here. We need to have that for sure. All right. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's see. We've got this from Melissa Miska says here. If the gold is gone, you can know it will likely be the same ones that recently caught digging tunnels under New York. Very interesting. We shall see. Can you imagine if they do that, uncover it, we'll see. Or got Jesus, yes. That's a good idea to have him. Willie Spencer is wowed on this one. Thank you, sir. Willie Spencer. Always good to see Willie. We've got Kyle Devlin on the Ron Paul video. And he says the following. Somebody needs to make sure all the gold is still there. Just because I say it is doesn't make it so. That's right. And they have internal audits, but I think it would be nice to be able to have a little bit more transparent from independent third parties that will be able to check and make sure it is there. With photographic evidence, preferably. But, hey, photographs anymore can be photoshopped. And so, yes, I can understand how even photographs may not give you the full accounting. They need to do a random draw of Americans around the country and let people go in and witness it as citizens of the United States, although don't show us some really sensitive areas. But anyways, all right. Tony Erickson's going to do a defrag. Oh, man, he must have an old school PC because I think the newer operating systems do it automatically. They do a defragging process, but Tony Erickson's got to defrag that son of a biscuit. All right, very good. Don Armando says, it's just that nobody can be sure whether or not the U.S. really has the amount of gold they claim to have. That's right. Nobody knows for sure. That's the crux of the argument. Hello, Oregon Gold Hunter. Good to see you. THS is here. Good to see you as well. Appreciate you being here. Dave in 7971 says this. You say, yes, the gold is there. Are you sure? How do you know the gold is there? What evidence is there that we have the gold reserve in place? Asking for a friend. I don't know. I don't have any evidence of it. I'm taking the word of others who have said that they have seen it and photographs of the past that is there. But the thing is how do you know it's not there? We don't know either way. That's what an audit would be. And I'm not asking for a friend or telling you for a friend. I'm just saying it myself. All right, very good. All right, let's see here. Okay. D. Watson says, if the government values gold at $42 per ounce, why is 1 ounce of gold a $50 piece? Well, for all intents and purposes, those are arbitrary denominations set by legislation usually. But for all intents and purposes, it is arbitrary. All right. Let's see here. At $41 dollars per ounce, it's going to make the difference. There's a big reason why it hasn't changed in value over time. Now, when you asked about that, we're not supposed to know the answer because we were robbed long ago. All right. Interesting logic behind that. I would love to know your thought process for how you got there. But anyways, let's see here. And we've got this Willie Spencer smiling at this video. Thank you so much, Willie. Let's do one more, then we'll take a look at the markets again. We got Justin Sartain chiming in on this about the what you need to know about precious metal tariffs and inflation. Inflation is the reason why I'm so bullish on the metals. This is why I would always say cash is trash, but that seems to bother some. One thing that I find crazy is that certain places are completely out of metals, but are just saying wait times have increased. Okay, soon it will be a wait period of 6 months, but we got all the metal you need. Yes. Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, the reason why I don't say cash is trash is because we use cash every day, or digital versions of it for goods and services. It's just a declining store of value. It is a bad money. I will just say it's bad money. Gold and silver are good money, but I don't think any of us would throw even $1 in the trash. But nonetheless, I would say that probably as far as precious metals, certain products may be limited, but most local coin shops, most bullion dealers have the gold and silver that they need or that they're selling. A lot of them are having trouble selling right now. It's a tight market right now. And I'm going to have a video that's going to be talking about that probably tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Algorithm, Hogs Bafflesworth Says algorithm, thank you so much. Means a lot. Thank you. Every little comment helps for sure. Appreciate it. The third Ferguson. All right. Funny hat. I like that because it's funny. That's great. All right. Says in the next 12 months, if not sooner, the mania will peak and the tariff nonsense will resolve itself. And when it does, I expect both gold and silver to give up its record run quickly before gradually increasing again to much more modest pace. I tend to agree with that, but I know a lot of people disagree with us on that, but we'll see here. All right. Let's see here. Tony's defrag. He must have done a quick defrag, because defrag, if you do the really detailed one, it can take an hours to do. But I think it's done automatically in the background on most of the newer PCs. But he must have an older. Are you running Windows XP, Tony Erickson? Asking for a friend. No, I'm asking for myself. I just asked myself. I can't say asking for a friend here when I asked it. Yes, indeed. All right, gold. Now down 80 cents now to $2,882.30 per troy ounce. Silver down 9 cents at $32.13. Wow. Crazy. All right, let's see here. Very good. So there it is. There's where the markets are. Platinum up 3, palladium up 4. All right. Very good. Let's see here. There's where the markets are now. Let's get over here too. Master Blaster, does Fort Knox have on-site smelting apparatus? Ron Paul might be in for a big surprise. Maybe so. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not sure if they have that or not. Let's see here. And we've got Elias Scott says, Sullivan Metal, I stack silver mostly. Well, hold on a second here. Let me put that in there. All right. But I stack pre-33 gold for constitutional reasons. You could call that constitutional gold, exempted from modern manipulation. There you go. Yes. Yes, indeed. That's right. I love it. I love it. You know, go deep. Yeah, there you go. Doing it for the last hour and a half. Okay, there you go. He went for the last hour and a half. So he has had it on the detailed one, the thorough defrag. That's exactly right. You gotta go thorough, go deep, or go home. Don't go deep or go shallow. You know what I mean? All right, let's see here. Thumbs up from Brian McDaniel. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. Good crowd with us tonight as we peruse through these markets. I'm not sure how many thumbs up we have, but my guess is we have more than 15 thumbs up. I can confidently think that we have more than 15. I'm pretty sure we do, but, you know, I could be wrong about that. You never know. Let's see here. Silver Sleuth. Dr. Paul has been consistent over the years on his opinion of gold. Not an alarmist, but very inquisitive. It is refreshing to see him get some good exposure in public. Yes, and he's 89 years old now. He'll be 90 this year. It's crazy. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. Someone in this chat likes to get deep frag. That's right. Silver Shelby says we have 206 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Brian McDaniel with 3 thumbs up. Thank you on this one here. Appreciate that. Let's get to this here about the gold. Oh, wait a second. Now, look at this. Tony Erickson is going deep with 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Thank you so much, Tony Erickson. That was a 308 cartridge of 5 Salivate Metal memberships. Thank you, brother. Very kind of you indeed. You and Rocky Superstar were the heroes of the channel gift memberships tonight. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. To receive one of those and give him a warm thank you. That is awesome. So, Zeus says, fully transparent physical count of all physical quantities of gold. This must include testing to confirm all quantities counted are pure gold rather than fakes. Audit all gold transactions to confirm who the gold is allocated to and why. 3. Measure the gold allocated to the owners. Subtract any debts owed by the U.S. to those owners from the gold supplies. What's left over does not belong to the U.S. unless the U.S. then chooses to buy it back. Yes, exactly right. And that would be the gold held in New York. All right. Okay, y'all check out Rocky Superstar later. Thank you, Rocky, for popping in tonight. Thanks for the channel gift memberships as well. Have a good night, Rocky Superstar. Check him out later on. Yes, indeed. We've got Master Blaster. Just like the regular Joe in businesses, the state should also be diversified, not waiting to the last minute before a major problem. Yes, it's always good to be diversified for sure. Yep, you're exactly right. And we've got Debt 4533, who says this is Okishobi Keith here. Hypothetically, let's say silver hits $1,000 to $2,000 per troy ounce. What would us stackers cash in? I don't think the average coin bullion shop would have the capital to buy silver from every stacker. Lastly, if we were to go back to the metals back currency, do you think there will be a mechanism put into place to convert our metals into spendable currency in our peer-to-peer debit card? Yes. The answer to both your questions here, the last two, is yes. The answer to the first question is yes, they would have the cash because everything else would be up. Everything else would be going up like crazy. That'd be a hyperinflationary environment if it happened quickly, and even if it happened slowly over time, the economy would adjust. Everything would adjust to that new system. That's right, exactly. And it would not happen where a situation where everything else stays the same price. That would not ever happen. I would almost be willing to bet my life on it. That's how confident I would feel for that. In other words, $1,000 silver per ounce when eggs are still sitting at $5 per dozen, and that's just not going to happen. That would be an extremely wild scenario, and there's so much checks and balances and complexities in the silver market that I don't think that would ever happen without everything else going way up in price too. All right, let's see here. Tyler Double says, I believe there's gold in Fort Knox. I have a gold bar from the fort. Unfortunately, on the bar, it says souvenir gold brick from Fort Knox. There you go. Yes, not real gold. That's all right. That's pretty cool. JM Unleashed is with us. Good to see JM tonight. Welcome. Good to see you. Glad you're here. And the Eastern Zone, it was number one on this. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Eastern Zone. I don't have a chaser tonight. I just realized that I don't have a chaser for my coffee. All right. Rascal28 says, judge from the massive corruption exposed in less than 1 month, one might ask how many bars are gold-plated lead. Yes, well, and that's just it. We need to have an audit to make sure. Vegas Stacker is here. Welcome, Vegas Stacker. Good to see you. Glad you're here with us. And we've got Edgar Torres. We have to make sure that the Federal Reserve doesn't move the gold from where it should still be. That's right. Exactly. No, I agree with you on that. Yep. They don't move it around. Red Crawler says, bankers crashing the gold and silver price this week would be a nice gift. Happy Sunday. Are they doing it? Let's find out, Red Crawler. Let's see. Let's look at the markets right now. No, they are not. Gold is actually up 80 cents now tonight to $2,883.90. It's been up and down all night, mostly down. Silver is still down 9 cents, $32.13. There it is. There's Red Crawler. He's with us tonight. Good to see you. All right, glad you're here. Look at that. So there's where the metals complex are now. Platinum is up 3. Palladium is up 6 tonight. All right, very good. All right. There you go, Andy Gold. Yes, good idea. Yes, and a lot of those premiums have fallen somewhat on those gram size pieces. It is a good idea to have a little bit of gold, even the gram size. I like these things over. I'm over at and I got one of these too. These little 1 gram bars here, they're pretty cool, and they're a little bit wider than the average. And so it really feels like you have gold, you know what I mean? It's pretty neat. They're a little struck Scottsdale mint, and yeah, there's a higher premium on them, but they're nice. And of course, it's plain plain back on it, but yeah, pretty cool stuff. I like it. All right, let's see here, and let's see here. Likes a little 400 ounce bar. Yeah, I like those little 400 ounce bars too. Yes, indeed, they're really nice. They're nice 400 ounce bars. Are really cool. Let's see here. We got Krusty White Bread says here. Idaho and all 467 of his residents. Just kidding, I love Idaho. Yes, and all 467 of their residents. Yes, that's right, exactly. Picked up a Valcambi 1 gram. Very nice, Red Crawler. Yeah, those are cool. Very cool. Oh, thank you, JM Unleashed. Post a link to Summit Metals. Very kind of you, JM Unleashed. Thank you, sir. And Jack Chastain says, Idaho. There you go. Idaho. Let's have an Idaho party. Indeed, we're going to do that. Yes, indeed. Good thinking here. We got John Bethia says here, if stores would take the metals, what would they do with it? To be used as money, it must have a stable value. That's right. Well, if stores were to take it, they would find a way to exchange it, and there's a will and there's a way. Yeah, okay. Cybercurrent Twitter has a 1/50th of an ounce Krugerrand. That's a 2017 version, right? I would like to get one of those. That would be pretty cool. I have a very tiny 1/20th. I might even have it here. I'm not sure. I'm going to look around here. I may or may not have it here. No, it's not there. It is a really cool looking. I may have put it away somewhere else. But I had a really neat, really tiny piece of gold. It might have been one. No, it was probably 1/50th of an ounce. I think it was a 1/50th of an ounce as well. It was a Canadian coin. Ominous Rooster, Idaho has its stuff together. Indeed, it does. True that. True that. Mark EU says some years ago, 1990s, some U.S. gold bars were delivered to China. Yeah, some people believe that. I don't know. They cut some open and they were fake titanium with plate gold. I think he meant tungsten, but I don't know that. I've not seen any evidence of that. I've heard many people say that, but I don't know if that actually happened. They said it was the Clinton administration that sent them over, but I don't. Something tells me that's just a rumor. Eli is here. Welcome, Eli. Felix is here. All right. Good to see all of you guys here tonight. Steve LaPointe says 234 likes. Thank you. Maybe we can get to 250 likes tonight. That'd be cool. And Jeffrey Balsin says, I truly love Idaho. Nice. I've never been to Idaho. It'd be kind of cool to visit. It sounds like it'd be a very nice, picturesque place. I'd like to try their potatoes, too. Silver Awesome 13. Does this make my Comsco stuff a bit more pricey? I don't think so. Because most of the Comsco stuff is kind of a separate, and likely that is probably still available, at least in some form over there. But likely that's probably being gobbled up as well, too. All right, very good. All right. Nice. DJ Smiley's been stacking for 6 years. That's cool. Awesome. When else Britannia hoping for more dips to buy. Way to go. That's awesome. He's holding for another decade. Good plan. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys for slurping away to the thumbs up. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys. Thank you, James Unleashed. We got Matthew Crust Life is here as well tonight. Good to see Matthew. All right. We got Dean says, I know Goldbacks are high premium, but I do like the artwork. They are nice. They're nice to collect and enjoy in that regard. I would not stack Goldbacks, but yep, I think they're nice to collect. Elliot says, I bought the first Florida Goldback set for its historic and numismatic value. I have plenty to stack and was very pretty, especially the Pirate Hottie on the 5. Yes, I'd love to get one of those too. And you're right, I would love to get, but that whole set would cost you about I think $1,100-$1,200 right now, and I just hard to pull the trigger on that when I could get so much less gold. But yeah, it is nice. It would be nice to have the full set for the historic and numismatic value of them. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. Hasn't Oklahoma already done this? Don't think they have. They haven't gone that far yet. I think they did away with taxes. Search my videos for Oklahoma and see. To check me on that, though. And Coins A to Z is waving to us, saying hello. Hello, Coins A to Z. Appreciate maybe he'll pop in tonight. Should trade a gold round of bar for a pre-33 gold double eagle graded MS62. I have a pre-33 gold double eagle MS65, I think. And I think maybe another one that's a 63. So I already have one of those. But yes, they're nice. They're beautiful coins, though, for sure. I love those coins. Arkrich 1959 says this: the Federal Reserve is not federal or reserve. It's a private corporation. The Federal Reserve has stated it can't be audited. Well, they do their own audits, but maybe you're right. Maybe there is no way for the government to mandate it unless there is a law passed for it. But maybe even that might be tough. So you might have a point there. You might have a point. All right, let's see here. All right. Let's get over to this. We got David Mantha. Says here, semi-quincentennial, 250 years since our Declaration of Independence. The party is just beginning. Also notice you've gained another 100 plus subscribers since this morning. Party on, Sal. Party on. Thank you. Yes, I think the video I did yesterday and even today has done well. I'm trying to capitalize on that by trying to post good content if I can. And I'm very appreciative of the extra viewers and subscribers. And maybe we might get our goal if it keeps up at this pace of 100,000 subscribers. But I have to keep this pace up for the entire year, I think, in order for that to happen. I don't see that happen, but you never know. Barry G. Sal, the gold reserves are valued at $45. It's actually $42.22. Do we pay $2,900 now for gold? Is the reserves considered different? Yes, they are different. It is different. It is on the balance sheet. So yes, but there's a chance that it could be revalued. There's talk about that. I've actually done 2 videos on that subject. Yes, indeed. All right. Matthew Crustlife, I made a few extra 100 accounts for us. I'm running 400 pieces in a Bitcoin miner. Oh, whoa. Crazy. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. Let's see here. This is a spam comment. These things are hard to get rid of, or hard to screen. The Van Man. What happens if the ownership issue means the U.S. owns none of it, or Fort Knox is an empty repository? Well, it becomes a pretty big deal, right? I think the dollar would collapse if that was the case. And this is one of the reasons why I do think that we've got it. But, yeah, crazy. All right, let's see here. Rel, any tips on what a brand new stacker? Rel, I would encourage you, if you're a new stacker, if you go over to my channel and look at the playlist tab like this right here, click the playlist and look at the playlist called Silver Basics. And this Silver Basics will give you all the tips and all the stuff. Most every question you could ask about silver stacking is here. So I hope you will check out that at your leisure. All different kinds about precious metal stacking tips. Yes, indeed. So there it is. All right. Very good. All right, let's get back over here to Silver Sleuth. And we'll get the Silver Sleuth and we'll check the markets again here. It says gold and silver are being recognized as a value asset to hold by more and more people and countries. Unfortunately, many will miss the boat. None of the current events regarding PM surprise me, except that they haven't happened earlier. Yes, exactly right. True that. Very true. All right. Dollar's only 98% collapse. There you go. Illegal products. Good to see you. Jam Unleashed, thank you for posting a link to the Silver Basics playlist. Thank you so much for doing that. So you can check that out when you get a chance if you're new to stacking. Even if you're not new, it might be good to refresh, some of the concepts and the like. Let's take a look at the market, shall we? Gold is now up in positive territory. More now. Up $3.60 right now to $2,886.70. Silver's down a nickel right now to $32.17. Platinum is up 3. Palladium is up 6. Both those metals have been up throughout the night. There it is. All right, very good. Let's see here. I'm bummed out I don't have a chaser with me tonight. I did not have the foresight to prepare for this broadcast. I'm reluctant to go out and get one and have you guys waiting here. We have 253 likes. Thank you. Can we get to our goal of 254. You never know, it could happen. I know that's a lofty goal from here, but I aim high. You know what I mean? All right, very good. Let's see here. So we've got the family of four says, I don't buy a lot of Goldbacks, but I do try to stack at least one full set from each state. All right, nice. Well, that would be collecting, not necessarily stacking. That would be nice. I would like to be able to do that too. All right, very good. Richard wrote, Sal, a question for you. When I buy gold, I pay a 0.5% premium. When I sell that gold, I pay a 0.0 premium. How about you? Well, it just depends on where it is. That's a good premium. Usually there's a couple of percentage premium on gold, and some places are buying it back of spot. So you got a good thing going there. That's for sure. That's a very small spread. You're gonna get it right to the store. Yes, Matthew Crust Life. I have a wagon you can ride on. By the way, every wagon person that I know, every wagon driver I own, is an alcoholic. Every single one of the people that I own that owns wagons are alcoholics. And they're very clumsy with the wagons because they're falling off of it all the time. So if you can bear with that. Anyways, all right, have to head to bed. All right, post a video in silver to the gold ratio. All right. Check it out, Cybercurtain Twitcher. Yes, indeed. And can you guys time me for how long it takes for me to go get my chaser? I'm going to get some water, okay? So I'm going to go. When I say go, start the timer. Let's see how long it takes me. Are you ready? Are you ready? And go. I'm back. I'm back. How long did that take me? How long did that take me? Whew, I'm back. All right. Stopwatch stopped. Okay, I want to know. There's a delay, so you are just starting to count, but I'm actually back now, so let's see how long that took. All right, let's see here. Okay. Give me a timer. Let's see here. 22.5 seconds. All right, very good. 18 seconds, says Triv Gun. All right, very good. Half an hour, said John Knox. 21 seconds. So anywhere between 18 and 21 seconds. Very good. All right. This wasn't too bad. T-Dots. T-Dot says, in Canada, we have a 120th, 125th, and 150th gold coins and found it neat, but very high premiums. And the smaller you go, yes, very high premiums indeed. All right, and we've got the William Clark says, you keep moving that buffalo like it's running off. Mine just sit there. Yes, indeed. I kind of fondled it a bit there. Sorry about that. It's been known to happen from time to time here. So we finished the last vestiges of this coffee. Yes, indeed. Chaser runs. There you go. I like that, Ibgy. I like that. World record. Too long, says Rob Moran. I had to get a little bit of a liquid. Very liquid water. This water is extremely liquid. Oh, yes, indeed. All right. Let's get to the next one here. We've got the Platinum Gnome. We'll read Platinum Gnome's comment, and we'll get back to the markets again and see what they're doing. Platinum Gnome says, I just wanted to say thank you, Sal. In 2014, I was angry that I had a nice paying job, and I was watching the aftermath of the 2008 banking disaster, knowing I was working for a currency that wasn't going to be worth saving another 10 years for retirement at 28 years old. You and Junius Maltby convinced me to take the plunge and buy gold. I spent 5 years laughing, looking at my change bucket, thinking if I lived in the 1600s, I'd be rich because it'd be gold or silver coins. Never knew you could still buy bullion till I found your two channels on YouTube. Thank you for your time, my saving habits, and the knowledge you share with me into a position that literally changed my futures and my family's. Well, I'm honored and humbled for your kind words, and I'm sure Junius would feel the same way. And thank you so much for sharing. That inspires me to continue to press on. If I could help one person with a story and a testimony like yours, then I've done my job here. So thank you. I'm honored and humbled that you have taken the time to share that with me and that you continue to watch. So thank you very, very much for that. I haven't seen Junius in a while, but hope I know he's got other things going on, but we wish Junius Malt to be the best too. In fact, our channel started within days of each other. I think his channel is a couple of days older than mine. All right, very good. Yes, I did see that, Matthew Crust Life. Let's see here. And let's see here. Dudus Maximus says, I live in the Treasure Valley near Mountain Home ID. Love the state. Hope Goldback, Idaho is next. Yes. There you go. That would be nice. Nice to see that. And let's see here. I thank you, Bill Arrington, for popping in, letting us know you're here. Good to see you. And let's see here. We've got Hagar Northman says, well done, Idaho. Congratulations. Yes. Well done indeed. And AOLCB says, hey, Sal, will you do a show on what it will take for regulators to get off our backs and stop the manipulation of precious metals here in the U.S.? Well, that's a very broad thing because I don't know what... let's see, because that's regulators are the ones that are supposed to prevent the manipulation of precious metals, right? A lot of people feel that they aren't doing their job. But at AOL CB, I've done videos on people got caught from manipulating precious metals. JP Morgan, big story that I covered. Just search for JP Morgan manipulation on the channel. You'll see a slew of videos covering that story. Bill M is here. Good to see you. World Gold Silver Stacker is here. Welcome. Jamie Fox is with us tonight. And DD Prepper says, Goldbacks. I love those Goldbacks. Thank you. Yes, indeed. They're good stuff. And by the way, I do feel, I feel like I could do some push-ups. I think I'm over this flu, if I even had the flu. But I might be good for push-ups tonight. The person who, and I forget who they were, they actually commented and asked how the hydrogen peroxide worked. I've been using it, and I think it's really helped me. I actually feel like it's helped. So I wanted to thank him. I'm hoping he'll pop in live where I can thank him. But I think I'm about over this thing. Throat's the last thing to always get better for me. And it's always been frustrating because it makes it hard to do videos and talk. This is, even now, it's a bit of a struggle, but we persevere. Michelangelo Gibson, Sal, what is your favorite piece that you own? What is the rhodium bar worth now? The rhodium bar is worth about $4,975 in the ask price, but I probably would get maybe $4,000 for it if I were to sell it to a dealer. As far as my favorite coin, it's probably going to be the 2009 Ultra High Relief Gold Double Eagle. That's going to be my favorite coin. That's some good stuff there. But good question, and thank you for asking. Now we're in full chaser mode. Took me 21 seconds of your time for me to get this, but we did it. We made it happen. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Cutlass, what's up, brother? Always listen to your vids. Great work. Thank you so much, Cutlass72. I appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. Timothy is here. Take it easy, bro. Don't overexert yourself. I did that in my 20s and 30s, so I know that what can happen. Yes, I got to be careful. Yes, thank you, Duke Nukman. I try for sure. Helter Skelter's comment. Where's Helter Skelter? Helter Skelter. I don't see it. I'm looking up here. If Helter Skelter can post it again, I'm scrolling up. I don't see it. I do miss some stuff, so I apologize. So if you can post again, if you could tag me in the post, that would be good too. Just type out salivate metal, and it should light up. So, but I don't dilute the hydrogen peroxide. Okay, yes, yes, I have diluted the hydrogen peroxide when I gargle with it, but not when I put it in my ears. But yes, I do dilute the hydrogen peroxide when I put it in my when I gargle with it, and I've been doing that too, and I think it's helped. But when I put it in my ears, I just use the pure stuff. It's 3%. It's already diluted, by the way. It's 3%, but yeah. Yeah. Dilute the H2O2. Yeah, hydrogen peroxide, yes. Thank you. All right, very good. Yes, it comes diluted already, but I do 2 parts water, 1 part hydrogen peroxide whenever I gargle with it. But yes, good tip, good reminder for sure. That's exactly right. All right, let's see here. Good tip. All right, let's see here. Bunny Man says, I thought Tennessee also passed legislation for gold and silver legal tender. I think they have legislation pending for it. There's so many bills out there, it's hard to keep track of where everything is at. But yes, I don't think we'll go back to the gold standard anytime soon. But I think it is something that they're exploring, and it's being talked about more and more. And with this sovereign wealth fund, we could be heading in that direction. I think it's going to take a lot of steps to happen. In fact, Donald Trump was asked about it during his 2016 campaign and said it would be very difficult and tough to do, but it is something that he is open to. Yeah. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Let's see here. All right. Korean Whisperer. He used to live in North Korea, or live in Korea. Not North Korea, but in South Korea, rather, and was not aware that I could have bought bullion from Korean banks. Those banks you listed are the major banks in Korea. And I love your North Korean banknotes. Thank you. Oh, were those North Korean? Okay, shoot. I didn't know those are North Korean banknotes. Wow. I thought they were South Korean banknotes. Wow, interesting. All right, thank you. All right. 8 days without chewing and smoking. Congratulations, Tony. Keep it up, brother. I'm proud of you. I'm sure it's got to be tough. Tobacco is one of the most addictive things from what I understand. All right. Let's see here. Oh, man. Yeah, it would punch a hole through the computer screen if you open that box at 100K subscribers and it's full of gold centenarios. Rel remembers that I had made, that I had said during my gold full stack video that if I get 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to be opening up some boxes. But I can tell you it's not going to be that. It's something that nobody has ever seen before. No one has ever seen. Deja Vu. Fantastic news. Thank you. Thank you, Deja Vu. Appreciate that very much. And Daddy Bear says, Sal, tariffs will go hand in hand with an increase in the money supply. So we'll all be paying more for goods and services. To think otherwise is a little short-sighted, don't you think? Well, it'll increase dollars that are already in existence coming into the country, which is actually a very good thing because it's not money that the Federal Reserve is printing. It's money that the Federal Reserve has printed in the past that has gone overseas. A lot of that money, especially from quantitative easings 1 through 3, a lot of that money went overseas, pumped into overseas markets. That would be coming back to us. So it is an increase in the money supply from money that is already working in the economy, not money injected into the economy from the Federal Reserve. That's a huge difference. That is a massive difference. Like, for instance, that's the only reason why, by the way, Daddy Bear, that governments tax people, because it's taxing people from real dollars in the economy, not created dollars out of thin air. Sadly, we are doing both in this country. We're overtaxed and we're overextended in terms of the money supply. Hands down. So it is not short-sighted at all. Richard Cherubuga says here, thank you, Sal. Well, thank you, Richard. Appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Let's take a look at the market, shall we? Just for gits and shiggles while we're here. And silver's now down 4 cents tonight. It is down slightly to $32.18. Gold is up $3.50 right now to $2,886.60. Armistice Day is here. Good to see you. Welcome. And yes, indeed. Let's see. Very good. Let's move back through here. Platinum is up 5, and palladium is getting bumped up again, too. It's $1 short of $1,000 per ounce. Platinum is $11 short of $1,000 per ounce. My feelings on going back to the gold standard. I think it would be great. We need some sort of rules-based monetary system, something to prevent us from going crazy with all this printing. I think it would be a great thing. In fact, I wouldn't mind a bimetallic standard which is kind of what William Jennings Bryan had advocated for back in 1896. But I do like the idea. It would be nice to go back to a gold standard. I think that would be great. I just don't think we're realistically there yet. But I'm all for it. I'm all for moving in that direction. If any administration is going to do it or set us up to do that, it's going to be this administration right now, and I think that's a great thing. I really do. All right. Kookaburra Man says, great video as always and thumbs up. Thank you, Kookaburra Man. Appreciate that. And let's see here. Good day, Kane. Good to see you. Thank you. Good day to you. First, thank you, effing clone. Appreciate you popping in so quick with the first on that. Although Matthew Crustlife, I think, beat you. He's at 56 minutes ago, and you were at 55 minutes ago. And Cody Pet Crew says, what year is your goal? Well, that's from 2020 for that particular gold piece. Was from 2020. I really like the design for that year. And have all the silver from 2020 and first release, but I missed a couple of gold ones. I'm looking for 23 and 24. You want to get rid of yours? Comsco is my favorite collection pieces. No, I think I'll hold on to mine. But it would be nice to collect them all, but I don't have any of the others. But yes, indeed, it's the only one I do have. Yes, I got to draw the line and sort of in collecting certain things. And I really only collect things that have a sunset, like the Queen's Beast, for instance. And that was a tough set to put together, but I did it in 1/4 ounce gold and 2 ounce silver, and in the completer and gold, silver, and platinum. As always, great video. Thank you, PC Coinstar. Appreciate you so much for chiming in, watching this. Now let's refresh this and see what we've got here with the markets. Oh, look at this. Now gold is down tonight. Gold is down 70 cents right now to $2,882.40. Silver's down 6 cents. So it's pretty volatile here tonight, up and down. It's crazy. Remember, the markets will not be open in the United States tomorrow. It's a federal holiday, so they will not be open. So we're going to be looking at the Asian markets and the European markets and to assess what's going to be happening with precious metals in the coming day here. Steve Woods is here. Welcome. CB is here. You know what? I think I'm going to do some push-ups anyway. I'm going to get some push-ups, and I'm going to get the blood flowing tonight. You know what I mean? I'm going to do some push-ups. Let's see what we've got here. Let's do 5 for Tony's gift memberships that he did earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. There we go. Nice. We got it. Oh, Old Dirty Bastard Garage. Thank you with the $5. Says, why are none of the channels acknowledging the Basel III listing silver as a Tier 1 asset? Because they have not listed silver as a Tier 1 asset. It's only gold. They did that in April of 2019. But they have not listed silver as a Tier 1 asset. At least that I know of. If they have, it's news to me. I don't think they have done that. But old Dirty Bastard Garage, let me give you 5 push-ups for that. And good question. Yes, indeed. Let's do 5 more for you. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Yes. Gold is a Tier 1 asset, upgraded from a Tier 3 asset. I do mention that very regularly on my channel. Most of the videos, when I talk about gold, you know, it's very rarely that I don't. Some people feel like I'm tooting my horn or repeating that too often, but it's good for people to know that. But silver is not listed as a Tier 1 asset because central banks don't store silver. They only store gold. All right, very good. Let's see here. Very good. So now the markets indeed are alive here. Silver did creep up above 1 cent here in earlier in the night, but yes, indeed. All right, 292 likes. Maybe we can get 300 tonight. Says, thank you, Tony. Yeah, there are some who like Russia. They've been saying that Russia has been adding silver. I think really strategic reserves. I think some countries would do that. Would add silver as a strategic reserve asset. Excuse me, throat's still recovering from the cold. So, anyways, but there's rumors that some, like the Russian central bank, added them, but I don't think they did. But the silver's needed for military applications, so it'd be a strategic reserve. So I could see Russia adding it for that, and other nations, even us, we may have silver in that regards too, for military applications. With everything becoming more electronic these days, we'll see here. Silver Shelby Stacker says we have 300 thumbs up. Great. All right, very good. All right. Let's get down over here, see what we've got. All these comments here. More to get to. Thanks, Sal. Thank you, Drozix, for watching. William Find, question. What does Fort Knox, gold, and the Apollo moon landings have in common? Both are a fraud. All right. A lot of people feel that way. All right. Let's see here. Truth has not temperature. Fort Knox equals no X, which means no or wrong. You fought and you have no gold, but no. You thought you had gold, but no. All right. Let's see here. All right. You guys are great. Good to see you guys. Europe will use lots of silver as it beefs up its militaries. Yes, indeed. I think so too. Hello, Tapey Sav. Hello to you. Thank you for sending greetings to us here. And J3353, some shysters have clearly undermined our Constitution. For this to even be necessary, trials for treason must be held properly. Even be necessary? Yeah. Yeah, but they're not stopping them. And it shouldn't have to be necessary. I agree. All right, Illuminators. If the Constitution prevails regarding money as gold and silver, then no further reformation is required. Yep, I know. I think it is just one of those things where we've moved so far away from it, they've ignored that part of the Constitution, obviously. But anyways, Salivate, where do you realistically see silver peaking in the future? That's a very tough thing to say. How far in the future are we talking? Are we talking the year 2347? That far in the future? Are we talking about 2 years from now? I don't know. I don't know what the peak would be. I don't know what the monetary system's going to look like. A dollar, the new dollar after it's being reset, can mean very different or have a very different value compared to today's dollar. So it's really tough to say. It's a very open-ended question. Funk Bros says, ain't no gold in there. All right. Another non-believer. Zephiel, Salivate Metal, do you have more than 13 kids like Elon Musk? I have a lot of little children running around. Yes, indeed. Little tiny children. Very, very, no. I'm not as I'm not a, yeah, let's just say I do not. I'm trying to find a clever way to answer that question. I can't find a clever way to say it. B. Taylor is here. Welcome, B. Taylor. Good to see you. Audit the Fed, then end it. There you go. And that's basically what he was talking about in there, about auditing it so it could be ended. But legally, it may be tough to do. I don't know. Anyways. Stephen Higby, hopefully it spreads nationwide. The government has to change with the times. We've always had a form of precious metals as our form of money from the very beginning of our country. It's nice to have real money in your pocket. Indeed it is, for sure. All right. Let's see here. Let's get over here to this comment from Truth as not a temperature. Says the only gold audit, wait count, check purity, match serial numbers, or live streaming observed by some uncorruptible witnesses. Never going to happen. As for must tweet, really? The smartest bloke don't know Knox hasn't been audited. When are people going to grow up and accept that they're all part of the show, putting on a show that requires you to believe the audience? And you'll think you're so smart, and you just aren't. Prove me wrong. All right. All right. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm a part of the show. We'll see. Let's see here. The scammers don't usually call on Sunday nights, Alex, or else we take some of them. But they take a break on Sundays, believe it or not. But we take them when they do call. Shadow ban for days. Highly doubt our gold is there. I don't trust any of it. Yep. You're not alone in that sentiment. And we've got this from Island Ariel. And then we'll look at the markets after this. He says here, hopefully he's got his part 107. I'm sure he does. There's no shortage of gold. It's just that the true price has yet to be discovered. When the true price discovery comes to fruition and the music stops, I sleep well knowing that my chair is secure. There's a shortage of silver, and that story is going to play out. Yes, there's a shortage of certain types of silver, for sure. All right, thank you so much, North Star Stacker, with a $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. They've been kind of slim tonight with the super chat, so we're going to go do your push-ups now. Thank you so much for your kindness. Let's do 2 push-ups. Here we go. 1 and 2. Nice. All right, here we go. Very good. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. And let's see here. Yeah, good to see all of you guys tonight. Appreciate you being here with us tonight. We've got a lot of good folks here tonight. Say Ray 316 is here. Welcome. Bob K is here. Cutlass is still with us tonight. Master Blaster is with us tonight as well. Good to see all of you guys. Let's do one more, then we'll take a look at the markets again. Sam Ed here on this video about Ron Paul says, number 1, audit of Fort Knox reveals missing gold stockpiles. 2, price of gold goes sky high. 3, the debt is revalued at the audited level of gold to balance the books. 3, another entity, perhaps a different branch of the military, reveals they really do have the gold. 5, system reset. If this is this scenario, it would be the best time to offload personal gold holdings for real estate, etc. Well, I wouldn't do it, as those are always taxed. Real estate is taxed, and vehicles are taxed every year too. Ziphiel, it's not a smoker's hack. I don't smoke. It is a getting rid of this cold. Is the last vestiges of this cold or slight flu, and my throat always suffers the worst whenever I get a cold. Sadly, which sucks because I do talking, so much. So I apologize for that. All right, so very good. Let's see here. Silver Brother says, probably have a bunch of tungsten bars electroplated with gold. A lot of people feel that. If it's there, it's going to be in that form. All right, I bought $500 worth of Goldbacks a few months back and kept them. They're now worth $678. All right. If I simply left my $500 in the bank, it would still be worth $500 minus inflation, of course. That is smart, but it is worth $670 at the exchange rate if you spend them. The actual market value of them is much, 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 much less. Understand that. All right, very good. Let's see here. All right, let's get over here too. Yeah, there is a nasty flu bug going around, but and that's one of the reasons we want to try to find a way to prevent it. And I think that hydrogen peroxide has helped. I really do, because I'm on the tail end of it. All right, here we go. Silver is now down only 2 cents tonight now, folks. That's it. Just 2-cent drop in silver's price tonight. And gold is now up $2.10 now to $2,885.20. Silver at $32.20. Platinum up $5. Palladium up $7. $1 shy of $1,000. Zephiel, Ron Paul, in my opinion, is one of the only honest politicians. He really needs his own video. He's a man blazing his own path. He does have something called the Liberty Report, and he's not a politician anymore. I think he retired in 2013. Yes, indeed. But he does have his own YouTube channel, Liberty Report, I think, is what it is. Yep. Yes, I keep forgetting. Thank you, JM Unleashed. If you do subscribe to the channel, it's good to do that, but press the notifications bell as well, too. I keep on forgetting to remind myself. Thank you, JM Unleashed. Very kind of you to remind people, if you are new here, to press that notification bell so that you can be apprised. I do post daily videos, 2 a day usually. So if you ever don't see anything from me, just come to the channel page and bookmark the channel page. That way you can see if you're subscribed or not, and you'll be able to see the videos that I had posted. So thank you so much, JM Unleashed, for that reminder. And let's see here. All right, we've got Jack Caldwell says, buy gold and silver. That's money. The price will go up. The government is keeping inflation high, just manipulating the price. All right. Very good. It is true money for sure. And we have this here. Everybody has turned to their goals to the U.S. government and the banks about a 70% haircut when the gold was revalued at $35 an ounce from 2067. This is less than of Executive Order 6102. It's also the reason why 25% of the gold then in circulation was turned in, with the other 75% being buried or sent to other countries for safe storage. 25% rate of return was an abysmal failure for the government program. So what happens if the gold is not there and the ownership is not by the U.S. government? If that little secret got out, there would be financial hell to pay, that's for sure. The dollar would probably collapse at that point. Whoa, thank you, Mark Razor. He gifted 1 Salivate Metal membership. Very kind of you, sir. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Edgar Torres says here, we have to remember that gold in reserve is the people's money, not the government's. Should go back to the people in the form of coins from the Treasury. All gold held by the Federal Reserve banks are the people's money under their control, and would revert to the Treasury for the sole purpose of coining by weight and the dollar unit, whatever. Yeah, and that's not going to happen, Edgar, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that won't happen. And just like our tax dollars, I mean, it's our money, right, that's being used, or that bridge that the Department of Transportation built. Are we going to chip away a piece of that bridge because it's part of that bridge? Same thing with the gold. They would not do that. But I understand the sentiment, but sadly, I don't think that's going to happen here. Kenneth says here, Fort Knox probably looks like a ghost town. A lot of people feel that way. I've done polls on it in the past. I may revisit that poll now, especially since I've got a few more subscribers now. I might redo that and see what people think about it. For sure, to see if it's there, but let's see here. Thank you for posting that. FineBullionPrices.com, JM Unleashed. So Mustang says the strength of the dollar has nothing to do with the amount of gold the U.S. has. Actually, people long speculated that the U.S. doesn't have the gold it claims to have, and there might be explained the COMEX being backed up at this period. In any case, you can't exchange dollars for gold at a fixed rate. Doesn't matter how much does the U.S. have. The strength of the dollar comes from the petrodollar. For the military, the power. The gold standard is long gone. Yes, it is gone, but I think we're even past the petrodollar stage. It's just the hegemony of the dollar that's keeping it alive, backed up by the military. Janice Molly says, what's intriguing about talking about gold? It's common sense our dollar should be backed by gold. Gold is money and always has been, yes. That's true, but common sense never got in the way of a government initiative or program. Richard Bonstead, 7604. I think it's a very good idea for all states to do. We, the people, could save or store our own money. Digital sucks a big one, and we have always had the right to prosper without another up our backside. Yes, indeed. That's right. Exactly. All right, very good. Thank you. Thank you, F37 Metal. He's going to watch the videos today. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. All right. We've got this here. Four Wheels from Rob says, as well as they should be, we should anticipate more states doing the same in the near future. Yes, indeed. I think we'll see more of that happen. They're feeling emboldened now. I think that's good news. Brandy says here, let me get to this, pop that in there. Not for nothing, but if someone tried to pay in anything other than plastic or greenback, they need to leave my store. And I do stack silver. I'm not standing here doing 5 tests and weighing it too. Well, and the thing is, Brandy, if you own a store and you would accept gold and silver as money, as legal tender, you would learn very quickly what's real and what's not real. It's pretty easy. There's ways to do that. There's ways to test very quickly and easily. Sometimes you would get so good at it, you can just tell by looking at it and feeling it. It just be the same thing as taking cash. Exactly the same thing as taking cash. If you owned a store, you could adjust. I guarantee you. And you would adjust if people were to do it. It would help your business if you accepted gold and silver. I guarantee you it would. Chad Wolf with a thumbs up. Thank you, brother. Tactical Reload. I wonder how they intend to handle fakes and or verifying metals. Again, there's many different testing methods. In fact, likely if retail was to pick it up very quickly, you would find some machines that could do it very, very quickly. Banks already have cash counters that can tell if it's fake or not. And there's different ways to be able to do that efficiently and effectively. But again, as I said before, I think that really just handling it enough, you would be able to tell. You would be able to tell very quickly and easily. Yes, indeed. Pastor Josh says, this is not a collapse. Collapse implies a loss of value. What are you talking about? A shortage? Well, a collapse does not mean loss of value. It means that something has imploded, stopped, it's collapsed, it's down, it's done. There's no activity. That's a collapse. And this is exactly what happened. There's no precious metals market, essentially, effectively, of any large value, of any scale, other than maybe a couple of coins here and there. That's it. It's collapsed. That's the definition of collapsed. All right. We got Bill 457, Private Idaho. That's a great news. I was thinking they would be able to have to train the cashiers on how to figure out gold prices and silver. Yep, and there may have to be some of that, but those adjustments I think are going to come easier than many people think, though. I really do. Marsh Crumbs, what happens to the gold under the World Trade Centers? A lot of it's been recovered and been sold. In fact, you can still find out there slabs of WTC recovery gold and silver. I have a piece from there, actually, believe it or not. I think I have a half sovereign that was World Trade Center gold and silver too, I think. An eagle or something, World Trade Center. There's lots of it out there. Search of eBay for it. Oh, we have 323 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. All right. Silver Heist is here. Good to see you, Silver Heist. Gary Wagner, the Federal Reserve has not upheld its charter. The subject is totally ignored. Which part of the charter? I'm very curious to know that. Shadowwork is here. Thank you, Shadowwork. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for popping in tonight. Appreciate it. Happy Honey says, is this an option for someone to take gold and say it wasn't there, really? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if that is the case or not. No clue. Lassiter says, good news for my state. Yes, congratulations. An Idahoan watching the channel. Thank you so much. Acadia Prepared says here, let's see here. If this law has passed, it makes you wonder how junk silver pre-33 gold could fit into these coins. Do not have contents or weight stamped on them. Yes, that's true. I don't know how that would work. They would probably have to have a sheet. They're guaranteed by weight and purity by the U.S. government, so they would have to have some sort of a way to track it. I guess each store would have to handle that stuff differently. All right, let's see here. What does specie mean? I explained it in the video. but it is essentially money and coin. Essentially, it was answered there by Dave, but check out the video again because I define it in the video. Mojave Gold says this. Hypothecation and rehypothecation isn't supposed to be possible without the asset owner's specific knowledge and approval. I think the U.S. Treasury's gold is still likely stored in Fort Knox and in the Fed and vaults in New York. I also suspect that every ounce has been rehypothecated to the extent that multiple claimants have those same assets on their books, and everyone believes that part of the gold reserves is under their control. Very well could be. That's what the audit would help discover, but that could be the case. Hogs Bafflesworth, welcome. Good to see you. All right. Let's see here. Patriarchal Rain. And then we'll look at the markets after this video again and see what they're doing. It's been an interesting night so far. I don't remember which, but one of these channels, I heard that China has been underreporting their gold reserves for years. He also said that China has roughly 40 metric tons of gold, which is 5 times as much as the U.S. supposedly has. Well, the U.S. has 8,133 metric tons. So that's far less. Let's see here. I believe there is no revaluation of gold without a full assay and accounting audit of our reserves. Yep, I agree. All right. Let's see here. Lenny says, this really is cool. I just moved to Boise last week. Nice. All right. Hope you enjoy Boise, Idaho. That's the capital city. A+ says, GeoCube TV. Thank you. Appreciate that. The 5 best silver coins are stacked right now. More greetings from Tappies or Tape Saves. Thank you so much. Thanks, Sal. Thank you, Willa. Appreciate that. Let's take a look at the markets, shall we? The markets indeed are alive. And gold is still up, but barely. Up $1.30 right now to $28.84.40. Silver down a nickel, $32.17. So there's where the markets are right now. It's crazy. Very good. Platinum is up 5, and palladium is up 6 now, $2 away from $1,000 per ounce. So there they are. Very good. All right. Let's move forward now and see what is next. Good evening to you, Rusty Nail. Appreciate his greetings in the morning and evenings on the videos. Appreciate that. And good to see Silver Heist is here. Welcome, Silver Heist. We've got Art Best with some algorithmic emoticons here supporting the channel. Appreciate that so much. Every one of those helps. Jay Walker 0075 says, if the U.S. still has the gold, FK, they will proudly declare it. No gold, just keep quiet. Simple. Yes. All right. Very good. Yes, U.S. markets are closed tomorrow, DJ Smiley. That's right. Exactly. And Mihel Buena is watching us from Japan. Welcome, Mihel Buena. Appreciate you tuning in from Japan. Thank you. Good to see you. All right. Let's see here. Edgar Torres, it says here, if that's true, then the Federal Reserve and all those who ran it are culpable and treasonous, will forfeit all their rights and assets of every manner because of all the theft. All banks in the country will forfeit their holdings because they are associated together. Well, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. And what you're referring to, Edgar, but yeah. Anyways, thank you for your comment and for watching. Appreciate that. Casey Thunder. Casey Thunder, let's see here. Let me do this. So there is nothing to do with believe. Fact, there is no gold in Fort Knox. Well, if it's a fact, Casey Thunder, you've got to be able to prove it. You got to back that up with evidence. You know, people are so sure that there's no gold. Well, show me the money. Show me there's no gold in Fort Knox. Where is the evidence? There's more evidence that it's there than it's not there. And it's very loose evidence, by the way. I'm providing that it is there. I can't prove it, but there's evidence. There's circumstantial evidence that the gold is in Fort Knox. But for you to say that there's no gold in Fort Knox, there's nothing to do with believe. Yeah, well, I believe there's gold in Fort Knox. I can't prove it, but my evidence, there's more evidence that I can provide that is circumstantial that the gold is there. For you to say that there's no gold in Fort Knox as a fact requires you to provide all the evidence and actual backed up evidence that it's not there. And until you can provide that, well, anyways, all right. Very good. Let's go, says the HDP. All right, let's go. Let's go. Thank you. All right, let's see what we've got here. Have we caught up? Yes, we've caught up. We've got all the comments. Let's see if we got any helpful review here. Yep, we do. All right, here we go. Old dirty bastards. Let me see here. Talking about putting silver tier 1 asset. Okay, there you go. I don't know why it went in there, but let's respond to these here. Okay, here. This one we caught that one. That's good. That's a scammer. All right. Let's get over here to this now. See what we've got. Okay, Mark Poplin. And Mark Poplin says this. I had a few bad habits like gambling at the Hard Rock Casino that I live 30 minutes away from and drinking expensive bourbon. I gave those up for the joy of purchasing precious metals, Sal. You are awesome. Love your content. Well, Mark Poplin, that is an awesome, amazing thing you have done. I'm so proud of you. That is awesome. Way to go. Precious metals are much more healthy to have than gambling and expensive bourbon. So way to go on that. That is something to be extremely proud of. That is awesome. Yes, indeed. Way to go. I love stories like that when people share how they have turned from bad habits to habits of fiscal responsibility and holding precious metals. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right, let's see here. Mustard and Gold says, I watch Yankee stacking a good bit, and Tim seems to think that they are running gold up. Will at some point pull the rug. Your thoughts? I'm not sure, but I think it's possible. It's possible. I don't think that's happening, though. Gold's been going up for quite a while before, and it depends on who they are. Who are they? No one can really say who they are, and but nonetheless, I don't know that that's happening. But I guess anything is possible. And the thing is if anything, I would think that they would want the price to stay low so they could actually accumulate it and then revalue it. But, who knows? But anyways, but let's see here. Big test unit. If gold and silver got to the moon, how much is a loaf of bread or a gallon of milk? Depends on what the moon is. A big test unit probably, but probably be very expensive. The moon to me is anywhere between probably $50 right now would be the moon. And I would say that probably a loaf of bread or a gallon of milk could be a little bit more expensive than where it is now. But probably not as expensive as you may think. But we'll see here. Steve, a.k.a. Fish, is with us tonight. Good to see you, Steve Fish. Good to see you, brother. Nick's Poetry is here with us. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's take a look at these markets again and see what we've got here. Oh, Thousand Dare Radio says, this is breathtaking. Sound good for you. Very good indeed. Thank you, Thousand Dare Radio. Another great channel Thousand Dare Radio is. He is the ultimate friendo, Thousand Dare Radio, so check him out. Let's take a look here. We've got, look at this now. Silver's taking a little bit of a dip tonight. Silver's down 15 cents, $32.07. Gold is up $1.40 to $2,884.50. Very good. All right. Hey, thank you so much, Maria. Maria, thank you for popping in tonight. She says, good night, everyone. Interesting and entertaining and fun. Have a very nice and prosperous week. Thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate you being here. Sorry I didn't say hello to you earlier, but I very much appreciate you popping in every time and enjoying the chat and hanging out with us. Pistol Pete, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. $6 for a carton of eggs. Wow, crazy. Yeah, man, we should have invested in egg stocks, right? AKA 47. So there we are. Now silver's down 18 cents tonight. Man, I'm regretting my purchase earlier today. Man, crazy. But there it is. All right, have a good night, Carrie Taryn. Thank you for popping in as well. Appreciate you, sir. Carrie Taryn. So gold up $1.40 tonight, $2,884.50. Silver very well could fall below $32 tonight. We'll see what happens. Platinum is up 6, palladium up 4. And sadly, my throat is really suffering tonight for some reason. I guess this cold, just the strain of it, because I've been talking for well over 2 hours now. But I appreciate you guys being here tonight. We had a wonderful time. You guys are amazing. So we will check back in on Tuesday night. And with that, I want to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.